What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we're entering the Cosmic Power story arc for the Versus System two-player card game. In our first episode, we're checking out Volume 5, Issue 7, Fractured Family. Looking at the front of the box, we have a green space motif going on with like a world right there at the top, with a slightly different color scheme, probably on the top as well. You have Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic seemingly at odds. The side is a continuation of that artwork, and the top is a different color from the majority of this. Probably what would have been the color at the top of this orb or this planet is probably what we're seeing here. The way Fractured Family is written, it's very close to the others in the arc, just with different color schemes. Very notably, each word starts with an F: Future Foundation, Frightful Foes, and Fractured Family. Looking at the back of the box, contents, 55 cards, and a rule sheet. Welcome to Upper Deck's all-new story arc for Versus System two-player card game Cosmic Power. This first expansion, Fractured Family, features characters from Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. Build your deck with iconic superheroes like Sue Storm and Reed Richards. Join the Fantastic Four and overcome new threats with the combined strength of your incredible powers. Let's check it out. First up, we have Franklin Richards, 6 health, 2/5 stat line, and Multiversal Adventures. You start the game with a Multiversal Adventure pile. During setup, after each player reveals their starting main character, you choose which one of your Multiverse Adventure decks you'll use this game. Learn from the grown-ups. Level up one time at the start of your main phase. If another main character is level 2 or higher, Franklin gains 1 XP. So as soon as your opponent goes to the next level, so do you. His level 2 now has a 4/8 stat line, and he now has Explore the Multiverse. At the start of your build phase, Franklin may pay any power symbol. If he does, remove your deck KO pile and hand from the game. Choose a remaining deck from your Multiverse Adventure pile and shuffle it. It becomes your new deck. Draw cards equal to how many were in your hand. So you basically replace your old deck with this new one, same hand size, but you could have more locations. Next up, we have Human Torch, who is on the anti-registration side from the Civil War battles and Fantastic Four. 5 health, flight, range, 4/2 stat line, hothead, combat red. If this is your first attack this turn, Human Torch strikes the defender. Hot stuff. Level up 3 times when Human Torch solo attacks. As your first attack each turn, he gains 1 XP. His level 2, he now has a 7/5 stat line and has Hottest Guy in the Galaxy, main blue or space or blue space. For the rest of the game, when Human Torch enters melee combat with an enemy character, put 2 -1/1 counters on it for each time he uses power this game. So while it does work differently from Flame On, this might actually be a stronger version because it's permanent and it does it every single time. Really cool. Next up, we have Invisible Woman, who is also a Fantastic Four character as well as anti-registration. 5 health, flight, 2/5 stat line. Do I look like I need protecting during either player's turn? Combat green. If Invisible Woman is defending in the front row, she can't be struck this combat. Hiding with the resistance. Level up 5 times. When a Fantastic Four or anti-registration supporting character appears on your side, you may hide it. If you do, Invisible Woman gains XP equal to its cost. Her level 2 now has a 4/8 stat line, and she gains Create Wall of Force, main blue or earth or blue earth. If Invisible Woman is in your front row, place a Wall of Force terrain token into your back row. If you already have one, replace it with a new one. Next up, we have Mr. Fantastic. Fantastic Four character as well as pro registration. 6 health, 2/4 stat line, stretch your mind, build red. Mr. Fantastic creates an invention. Volunteer to register, level up 30 times. When you recruit a character that does not have Swarm, Mr. Fantastic gains 1 XP for each letter in its card title. His level 2 now has a 5/7 stat line, and Project Lightning. Build a yellow or space or yellow space. Remove a supporting character in your hand from the game, then clone it. The clone gains lethal. At the start of your next turn, remove the clone from the game. Next up, we have Thing, who is also a pro-registration Fantastic Four character. 6 health, 3/4 stat line. We got people to protect during either player's turn, any combat red. If another character in Thing's row is defending, remove it from the combat and move it to your back row, then Thing becomes the defender. Don't you see what you're doing? Level up 5 times. When a combat starts that doesn't include Thing, he gains 1 XP. If all the characters in the combat are good, he gains 2 XP. Checking out of the country. When Thing levels up, remove him from the game with his counters. At the end of your next turn, put him on your side. His level 2, he now has a 6/6 stat line, which was pretty normal for the beginning of the game. And he now has his new superpower, I think translates to its clobbering time. main, green, green, or earth, earth, or green, earth. You may say it's clobbering time in any language you like. If you do, put 10 1/1 counters on thing, which makes him super, super powerful. Next up, we have a Fantastic Four only character in Uatu. 7 health, flight, 0/5 stat line, portal to alternate realities. Your deck may include any Marvel cards, but it may include Marvel cards from the photographic universe. Oath of non-interference. Uatu can't be in your front row, can't attack, and can't strike. Watch. Level up 10 times. When an enemy player plays a card, he gains 1 experience. He is level 2. He now has a 10/10 stat line. Oath of non-interference. His level 2 now has a 10/10 stat line, and he has Break the Oath, main space Earth. Uatu loses Oath of non-interference for the rest of the game, and now you can use his full 10/10 to your advantage. Brainstorm, 2 cost, 1 health, 1/1 stat line, aka Valeria Richards, smartest girl in existence. Build yellow. Draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as the number of characters on all sides. Next up, we have Human Torch, who is anti-registration, no longer Fantastic Four. 3 cost, 1 health, flight range, 5/3 stat line, hothead, combat red. If this is your first attack this turn, Human Torch strikes the defender. Powerhouse, 4 cost, 1 health, 2/9 stat line, aka Franklin Richards, universal shaper. Build blue. Shuffle each card in your resource row into its owner's deck. Put that many cards from the top of your deck into the resource row face down. Then turn any number of your face down locations face up. So that could be a good refresh of your locations. Next up, we're looking at Thing, who is pro registration. 5 cost, 3 health, 5/5 stat line, clobber. When Thing stuns a defender, move it to its back row and it can't ready or move on its next turn. So I think it recovers, but it can't ready. Likewise, on the pro registration side, we have Mr. Fantastic, 6 cost, 2 health, 5/5 stat line, stretch your mind, and stretch your body. When Mr. Fantastic enters combat, double his attack or defense this combat. Invisible Woman, anti-registration, 6 cost, 1 health, flight, 5/9 stat line, invisible. Invisible Woman doesn't protect characters and can attack protected characters and has Create Wall of Force. Next up, we have Dr. Doom, a Fantastic Four variant. 7 cost, 2 health, flight range, 9/6 stat line, Fantastic Inventor. Build yellow. Dr. Doom creates 2 Fantastic Four inventions, many of which were seen in the Fantastic Battles, although we could see some in this set. Although first we're going to see Defender, Silver Surfer, 8 cost, 3 health, flight range, 5/15 stat line, the Power Cosmic. During the player's turn, combat space or earth, stun a supporting character in the combat with cost 7 or less, or stun a main character in the combat with level 2 or less, which if I'm not mistaken was a plot twist in that same First Family arc. If I can remember, I'll try to put it on the screen. This isn't not a Fantastic Four invention, but we do have Portal to Prison as a pro registration equipment machine invention. 1 cost, negative zone prison. When a defending enemy supporting character gets stunned, remove it from the game. This one's going to be kind of hard to get off, but it is fantastic. You need 4 Fantastic Four characters on your side in order to play it. During the player's turn combat, put 4 1/1 counters on a character in the combat. Psycho History, another invention, plot twist. On the pro registration side, predict destructive scenario main. Make a secret prediction where you name a character. The next time a supporting character with that name would appear on an enemy side, reveal your prediction, and put that character into its owner's KO pile instead. Notably, it doesn't say on the next turn, so you make that prediction, and if you know your opponent's deck, you would just pick any card you know that's in their deck, or like a really strong one, and then they would do it, and then, nope, it goes away. Very interesting that it doesn't only work for a certain duration, like by your next turn or by your next 2 turns, it's just the next time it happens. It's very notable that it's not like if the next character that appears is that one, or if it's until your next turn. It's when that exact character appears, no matter how much in the future that it gets KO'd. That is amazing. Next up, we have the Wall of Force terrain token. Placement, your back row, all characters. Impenetrable wall. Characters in this row can't be attacked, but it does have 3 health points itself, so hit it 3 times, it'll go away, and now they can attack them. Then we have the Earth basic location, which is mentioned many times. I'm going to assume that space will be in the next set. Also notably, I don't think we've seen Earth basic location since like Monsters Unleashed. Cosmic Power Arc. Welcome to the Cosmic Power Arc for Versus System 2-player card game. This issue looks at when the Fantastic Four temporarily split up during the superhero Civil War. Next issue visits some frightful foes in new forms. And the third issue of this arc features the Future Foundation, a group created by Reed Richards to solve scientific challenges. Note, some of the cards in this issue refer to cards in the First Family and Civil War story arcs. Invisible Woman. Create a Wall of Force puts a Wall of Force terrain token into your back row. It's just like a normal terrain except it's a token, which means it starts out of play but not in any piles such as the city or forest terrain piles. While a force is destructible, it has 3 health, which means an enemy character can attack it if the character would normally be able to attack that row. For example, if you have no characters in your front row, an enemy character can attack your wall of force, or an enemy with flight could fly over your front row to attack your wall of force. When a character attacks a destructible terrain, immediately wound the terrain and then the combat is over. There is no opportunity to play plot twists or use superpowers, etc. Once the Wall of Force has 3 wounds, remove it from the game. Mr. Fantastic. Volunteer to register. Only count actual letters, not stars, periods, hyphens, or other punctuation. Since Mr. Fantastic is on both Fantastic Four and Pro registration sites, when he creates an invention, it can be from either of those teams or a neutral one. Project Lightning creates a clone of a character in your hand. Put a clone copy of the chosen character onto your side. The copy has all the printed characteristics, name, team, cost, attack and defense, health, powers of that character, plus it has lethal. Franklin Richards' main character. Instead of 1 deck, Franklin actually gets 3. Your multiverse adventure pile starts with 3 complete 60-card decks, of which must be legal for Franklin to use. For example, you can include any photographic universe cards. These piles are variable, which you get to choose, and private. After you find out what main character your opponent is using, you get to pick which one of your 3 decks you start the game with. While Franklin is level 2, you'll be able to switch your current deck for one of the remaining ones, and then if you want, you can switch that deck to your last one. There's some special deck building rules for the Multiverse Adventure pile. Each deck can have its own piles. Normally, cards in piles can have their own piles, but each of Franklin's decks are allowed to have their own piles. Just make sure to keep track of which piles go with which deck. Each specific card can only be in one deck. For example, if you put any number of copies of cost 6 Fantastic Four thing in one deck, you can't use any copies of that thing in the other 2 decks. However, this doesn't prevent you from using other versions of the same character. For example, you could still include the new 5 cost pro registration thing in one of the other decks if you like. This restriction includes basic locations, so if you put any fortresses in one deck, you can't put any in another deck. You could include a basic green location with a different name though. This applies to the other cards in the deck's piles. For example, if Brainstorm is in one deck or one of the deck's piles, none of the other decks or their piles could have copies of Brainstorm. Watu. Portal to Alternate Universes also messes around with how you build deck. This time you're back to building only one deck, but you can include Marvel cards from both the illustrated and photographic universes. Keep in mind, characters with different universes don't count as having the same name for the purposes of uniqueness and power-up. For example, you can have the illustrated Spider-Man and the photographic Spider-Man in play at the same time, but they can't be used to power up each other. Oath of Non-Interference prevents him from ever being in your front row. This includes when you put him on your side at the start of the game, when you rearrange your formation, and effects that might move him. Psycho History. To make a secret prediction, write down the name of any character, whether a character with that name is currently in play or not. The next time a supporting character with that name, including AKA, would appear on an enemy side, reveal your prediction, then put that character into its owner's KO pile instead, so the character never actually appears. Fantastic. This plot twist has 4 team symbols, which means you must have 4 face-up Fantastic Four characters on your side in order to play it. Earth and Space. These basic locations are less commonly available to find, so we included Earth in this issue and Space in the next. Select keyword, lethal. If this character wounds a defending supporting character, KO it. Then a checklist, credits, and thing. Well guys, that's it for the Versus System 2-player card game Cosmic Power Story Arc Volume 5 Issue 7 Fractured Family. Which Fantastic Four family side are you on? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date on my videos and live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below, like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now guys, Manjoume out.